Hi friends, welcome to LTX CAT classes. I am your Vamsi. So in the last class, we discussed a few of the DI models about data interpretation, bar graphs, data interpretation, pie charts. Today, we will try to understand few logical consistency questions in logical reasoning. At the same time, various fudgles of logical reasoning. The fudgles will be under the area of games, tournaments. Then we are talking about cube cuttings and paintings, various other methods. So to begin with, today we'll go with the logical reasoning and subsequently slowly we'll go ahead. Okay, stay tuned and I'll just be sharing my screen. Please wait. Hope you're all able to see my screen. This is a logical consistency. Okay. Let's try to read the instructions first. What is that we are talking about in logical consistency? How do we make it very simple? Each question has a main statement followed by four statements labeled A, B, C, and D. Choose the ordered pair of statements where the first statement implies the second and the statements are logically consistent with the main statement. Generally, the kind of questions will be like this, and you need to find this one. But you know, we all have to do some groundwork, right? So first of all, we'll try to do some kind of groundwork. I'll just give you some generic example. మనం మనందరికీ అర్థమయ్యేటువంటి ఒక వెరీ సింపుల్ లాంగ్వేజ్ లో ఒక ఎగ్జాంపుల్ తీసుకుందాం. We have a shopping mall. At a shopping mall, if you purchase a trouser, you will get a shirt free. There is an offer. I'll compare this with if A, then B. Okay. At a shopping mall, there is an offer. If you purchase a trouser, you will get a shirt free. You all know it very well. In this shoppings, if you say, I don't want a shirt, you give me money back. They will not give you money, right? You have to take it. You all know it very well. Now I'll make cases. A happened. Someone who is coming out of the shopping mall with a trouser in his hands, definitely he will have a shirt in his hands, because with a trouser as a compliment, he will be getting shirt anyways. For example, someone is coming out of the shopping mall without a trouser in his hands. Then about having a shirt, can you give a clarity? A shirt may or may not be available with him for a simple reason. He is not getting a shirt due to purchasing a trouser, but he would have purchased a shirt individually, right? And a shirt ఒక్కటే కొనుక్కుని ఉండొచ్చు కదా. So when A doesn't happen, you cannot give a guarantee any person walking out of the shopping mall, if he is not having a trouser in his hands, he is not having a shirt in his hands. There's no guarantee for that. He may have a shirt. That shirt he purchased separately, right? For example, someone who came out of the shopping mall with a shirt in his hands, will you give a guarantee that he'll be having a trouser also? There's no guarantee. You would have purchased a shirt individually. So happening of A is concerned, it may happen, it may not happen. For example, someone who came out of the shopping mall doesn't have a shirt in his hands. If he doesn't have a shirt in his hands, case number one, he didn't purchase shirt. That's one case. Case number two, he didn't purchase a trouser also. If he didn't purchase, if he had purchased a trouser, then he would have got a shirt here. Just because he didn't purchase a trouser also, that's a simple reason he didn't have a shirt here, right? So there are four caselets. When A happens, B happens. When B doesn't happen, A didn't happen. The other cases are concerned, that is A didn't happen, happening of B is B, may or may not. When B happens, happening of A is may or may not. There is no guarantee for these two statements, but these two are guaranteed. So whenever you look at a statement like if A then B, tomorrow if you have to go for a consistency, you will be having only two types of consistencies. What are the consistencies? When A happens, B happen. If B doesn't happen, A will not happen. Okay. Look at the question right now. In this question, what did they say? It doesn't snow when the sun shines. You all know it very well. I can replace the word if with when. When you purchase a trouser, you'll get a shirt free. If you purchase a trouser, you'll get a shirt free. Both are same only, right? I will replace this word with if. So if the sun shines, it doesn't snow. Your A is sun shines. Your B is doesn't snow. All of you okay? I said there are only two logics possible, assured logics. It doesn't mean that other logics are not followed. Other logics are possible, but they are may or may not cases. Assured are only two here. Case number one, A happens. The sun is shining. Where is the statement? First statement, sun is shining. Then B has to happen. It does not snowing. It is not snowing. Where is the statement? C. So your answer should be AC. Yes, there is a consistency. You can say straight away AC is your answer because you find a consistency there, right? Go to the next question. Rita is not with love when love is not with Apurva. This is my if. This is A, this is B. What is A? Love is not with Apurva is A. What is B? Rita is not love with is B, right? Now you have to make cases. Case number one, when A happens, B happens. Check it. Love is not with Apurva. Where is the statement? D statement. Then B has to happen. Rita is not with love. Where is the statement? C. Then your answer has to be DC. Do you have DC? Yes, this is the answer. It's a very simple question. Make a fundamental adhamaipote. The problem is very simple. It's a crystal clear problem here. The only struggle is you and I, we have to understand the fundamental. Okay. Let's see the next question. Rohit is in the class when Puneet is in the lab. If Puneet is in the lab, Rohit is in the class. This is a question of if A, then B. What is A? Puneet is in the lab. What is B? Rohit is in the class. Case number one, A happened. Puneet is in the lab. Where is the statement? A. Then B has to happen. Rohit is in the class. Where is the statement? D. Then my answer has to be AD. Your answer is AD. Go to the next question. You will add more values to the brand if strategic planning is done. This is A. Add more values to the brand. This is B. Case number one. A happened. Strategic planning is done. Where is the statement? A. More values were added. Where is the statement? C. Then AC should be the answer. Do you have AC anywhere? No. That is first logic. A happens, B happens, didn't work. What is the second logic we worked? When B doesn't happen, A will not happen. B should not happen. More values are not added. Where is the statement? More values were not added. That is B for Bombay. Then strategic planning was not done. Where is the statement? Strategic planning was not done. D. B for Bombay, D for Delhi. Yes, we have. So your answer is B for Bombay, D for Delhi. Your answer is the first option. Am I clear, friends? So in if A then B case, till now we solved here 2 questions, right? 4 questions here. The next set of questions, they are an either or model. How do we solve the problems of this kind? Let's see. I have my nephew. My nephew belongs to either science group or math group. Okay. I don't know. He may be either science or math. When I use the word either or, what is the meaning? X belongs to A union B. What do you mean by X belongs to A union B? X belongs to A, X belongs to B, X belongs to both A and B. All three are possible. That is, in this case, this is only science group. This is only math group. This is both science and math group. Now I've just been to the institution, the school where my nephew is studying. I just inquired, I would like to meet him. I asked the school management, I have my niece, my nephew studying at 10th standard in your school here. I would like to know. For example, the school management, they told me that your nephew belongs to the science group. If he belongs to the science group, can I say that he doesn't belong to math group? For example, if my nephew is here, he belongs to both science and math also. I don't have any right to say just because he belongs to science, he doesn't belong to math. For example, if the school management says that your nephew belongs to math group, I don't have any right to say that he doesn't belong to the science group, which is a contradiction. Then how do I arrive at a conclusion? I can arrive at a conclusion in this way. If the management says that your nephew doesn't belong to science, the only option I have is math. If he doesn't belong to science, the only option I'm having is math, only math. If he doesn't belong to math, if they tell me that he doesn't belong to math, the only option is science. So in either or situation, if you know X belongs to a set P, you cannot derive any conclusion. But if X doesn't belong to a set P, then automatically it has to belong to the other set here. That's a conclusion. Look at this question right now. Rami is either literate or illiterate. That's the question they have given. We said wherever there is a negation, only then you can arrive at a conclusion. If there is no negation, we cannot solve the problem. What do you mean by that? We already discussed. If he belongs to science, you don't have a right to say that he belongs to math, which is not possible. But if he doesn't belong to science, the only option is he has to belong to math. We all know that. So Rami is either literate or illiterate. I will look for a negation here. The negation is no. First, look at this statement. Ram is not illiterate. If I take this as a set A, this as a set B. If he is not illiterate, then he has to be literate. Then Ram is literate. If I take this as statement A and this is statement C, then AC should be answered. Do we have AC? No. Now I applied negation for B. I couldn't find the answer. Now let me apply negation for A. Ram is literate, either literate or illiterate. I will apply a negation to A. Ram is not literate. Where is the statement? Ram is not literate is D. If he doesn't belong to literate set, then he has to belong to illiterate set. Where is the statement? Ram is illiterate? B. Then my answer should be D for Delhi, B for Bombay. Do we have the answer? Yes. Third option is the answer. Come again. I said in either R model, if X belongs to a set A union B, X belongs to A, you cannot say that X doesn't belong to B, which is not possible. But you have every right to say if X doesn't belong to A, X has to belong to B. You and I, we will be able to arrive at a conclusion only when there is a negation. So ఈ కేసులో లిటరేట్ కి నెగేషన్ చూశాను అంటే రామ్ ఈజ్ నాట్ లిటరేట్ ఆ స్టేట్మెంట్ ఎక్కడ ఉంది డిలో ఉంది సో వెన్ హీ డజంట్ బిలాంగ్ టు సెట్ ఏ హీ హ్యాస్ టు బిలాంగ్ టు సెట్ బి రామ్ ఈజ్ illiterate where is the statement B that's why your answer is DB check the next one Dhoni plays either cricket or football I have two sets A and B I'll apply negation first of all no cricket where is the statement no cricket Dhoni doesn't play cricket. Yes, first option. Then Dhoni has to play football. Dhoni plays football. C. When Dhoni doesn't play cricket, A, then Dhoni has to play football. C. AC should be answered. Do you have AC? No, it's not there. Now this time apply negation on B. Dhoni doesn't play football. Where is the statement? Dhoni doesn't play football, which is D. D for Delhi. If he doesn't play football, then he has to play cricket. Dhoni plays cricket. Where is the statement? B for Bombay. Your answer is DB. Yes, fourth option is the answer. Very clear. The only thing is I have to understand the core logic. మనం ఆ కోర్ లాజిక్ అర్థం చేసుకున్నామంటే we will be able to solve each and every question here. That is simple than do not focus on solving 10 questions you don't get. You should know how to solve the questions of that type. Then you are ready to solve even 1000 questions. Okay? Till now, we solved if models. We solved either or models. The next model we'll solve is only if model. మనం ఇంతవరకు అర్థం చేసుకున్నట్టుగా ఒక జెనరిక్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్తో ఇటువంటి ప్రాబ్లం చూడంగానే ఎట్లా సాల్వ్ చేయాలనేటువంటి ఒక జెనరిక్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్తో ప్రాబ్లం సాల్వ్ చేయడానికి ట్రై చేద్దాం మనం ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ దర్ ఇస్ అ స్టూడెంట్ కాల్డ్ రమేష్ రమేష్ విల్ అటెండ్ ద క్లాస్ only if school is opened. The statement says Ramesh will attend the class only if school is open. Take only if. Now for Ramesh to attend the class, what should be the class? The clause is school has to be open. If this clause happens, what is the effect going to happen? He will attend the class. This is going to be effect. Here onwards, we don't use the keywords A and B. We use the keywords called cause and effect. All of you, please look at the board. Henceforth, we don't use the terminology of A and B. We use the terminology of cause and effect. So, the question says right now, Ramesh will attend the class only if school is open. School has to open, that is a class. Based on that, the effect which is happening is Ramesh will attend the class. Now we'll make cases. Case number 1. Cause happened. School opened. Will Ramesh attend the class? Your school and my school is opened many times. How many times we bunk the school? You and I, we know it very well, right? So there's no guarantee effect happening or not happening. Effect may happen, may not happen. This is the story. Cause doesn't happen. School is not open. First of all, when school is not open, it's a jackpot for you. Effect is definitely not happening. Ramesh will not be attending to school, right? For example, take effect right now. Effect happened. That is, Ramesh is attending the class right now. When will attend a class? Only when the school is open. That is, class definitely happened. Ramesh is not sitting in the class. If you are not sitting in the classroom, do you take it as granted your school is not working that day? There's no guarantee, na? Cause may happened, may not have happened. Even if the school is opened, you are roaming elsewhere. That's why you didn't attend a class. So there's no guarantee, right? So in a class and effect model, there will be 4 caselets. First caselet and fourth caselet, they are on may or may not cases. 2 and 3, they are the issued cases. So the standard outcomes are when cause doesn't happen, effect will not happen. If effect happens, definitely clause happen. These are the standard conclusions. Let us start working on the questions right now. He will not lie only if I am his teacher. Separate only if. Clause is I am his teacher. Effect, he will not lie. This is the statement. Number 1 conclusion. Cause doesn't happen. I am not his teacher. Where is the statement? B for Bombay. Then effect should not happen. He will not lie. That should not happen. He will lie. Where is the statement? E. BE should be the answer. Do you have BE? No, it's not there. First logic didn't work. Go to second logic right now. Effect happened. He will not lie. He is not lying and he will not lie. Yeah. Statement D for Delhi. Then cause has to happen. I am his teacher. Where is the statement A? Your answer has to be DA. Do we have DA? Yes, DA is there. That's why your answer is 1. I'll repeat the question again. Please look at the board. We said in the model of only if, the keywords are cause and effect. When cause doesn't happen, effect is not going to happen. When effect happens, definitely cause is happening here. So case number 1, I'm taking cause is not happening. I'm not his teacher. Okay. I'm not his teacher is statement B for Bombay. Then effect should not happen. He will not lie become he will lie. That is statement E. Then my answer should be BE, which is not listed here. So the only option I'm having is DA. Okay. See the next one. Only if it glitters, it is gold. Only if. What is the cause? Glittering. What is the effect? You call it as gold. This is the effect. We said 2 logics possible. Cause doesn't happen, effect will not happen. If effect happens, cause happens. Cause doesn't happen. It is not glittering. Look at the statement where no glittering is there. Don't glitter. B for Bombay. Then effect should not happen. It is gold. It is not gold. Where is the statement? D for Delhi. BD should be answer. Is it there? No. You cannot vote for DB, right? Because DB is different, BD is different. Because B is not happening, D is not happening. It is not because D is not happening, B is not happening, right? That's why it should be the same order BD. That option is not given. Now go to second logic. Effect happens. It is gold. Bangles are of gold. Where is the statement? F. Then cause has to happen. Bangles glitter. Where is the statement? Bangles glitter? A. FA should be the answer. Do you have FA? Yes. Answer is third option. So my friends, please understand the kind of questions we are having in logical consistency exactly is of three models. Model number one, these are problems on if statements, only if statements, and either or models. Now per model, we touched 2-3 questions here, and then we try to understand the logic. If you can understand this logic, you'll be able to solve most of the problems. Is it okay? Wonderful. Now in logical reasoning, I'm just going for basic models of another set. This set means this is of cubes models. Okay, let us try to understand what type of questions are we getting. మనకు వచ్చే ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఎట్లుంటాయంటే స్టాండర్డ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ క్యూబ్స్ లో బేసిక్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఫైండ్ ద మాక్సిమం నంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఐడెంటికల్ పీసెస్, ఫైండ్ ద మినిమం నంబర్ ఆఫ్ cuts required. ఈ రెండు స్టాండర్డ్ క్వశ్చన్స్. ఐ విల్ రిపీట్ అగైన్. ఫైండ్ ద మాక్సిమం నంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఐడెంటికల్ పీసెస్ ఆర్ ఫైండ్ ద మినిమం నంబర్ ఆఫ్ కట్స్ రిక్వైర్డ్. క్వశ్చన్స్ ఎట్లా చూద్దాం మనం. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, నా దగ్గర ఒక క్యూబ్ ఇలా ఉంది అనుకుందాం. నేను 1 కట్ తీసుకున్నాను. ఆ కట్ ఎలా పోతుంది కదా, ఇలా కిందకు పోతుంది, ఇలా కిందకు పోతుంది, ఇలా కిందకు పోతుంది. ఇది మన ఎక్స్ యాక్సిస్ అనుకుందాం, ఇది మన వై యాక్సిస్ అనుకుందాం, ఇది మన జెడ్ యాక్సిస్ అనుకుందాం. ఈ ఎక్స్ యాక్సిస్కి కట్ చేసుకుంటూ పోయినాం అనుకుందాం. అప్పుడు అలా కట్ ఇలా వచ్చింది. నేను ఐ విల్ జస్ట్ చేంజ్ ద ఇంక్. లెట్ us యూజ్ దిస్ ఇంక్ హియర్ రైట్ నౌ. ఇది నేను పెట్టిన కట్ అనుకుందాం. ఇలా కట్ పెడితే ఇవి లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్ ఒక ముక్క, రైట్ సైడ్ ఒక ముక్క. దెర్ విల్ బి 2 pieces, రైట్? 1 cut will be giving me 2 pieces. For example, if I take one more cut like this, 2 cuts, then I'll be getting 3 pieces. If I take one more cut, that is 3 cuts, then I'll be getting 4 pieces. So the simple logic is, if I take n number of cuts, the number of pieces I will be having is n plus 1. All of you okay? If I take n number of cuts, the number of pieces I will be having is n plus 1 here. This is how you will be solving the problem. So tomorrow, if there is a question, what is the maximum number of identical pieces that a cube can be cut into by 6 cuts అని ఇచ్చారనుకోండి, ఈ లాజిక్ చూసి మీరు 6 + 1 7 అని చెప్పేస్తారు. But can we make it beyond this? Can we make it maximum beyond this? We will try to understand that logic right now. I will take a cube like this. They asked me to take 3 cuts. This I will call L, this I will call B, this I will call H. It's only for our understanding. What I'll do is, I will take 1 cut along the length. So already cube 2 parts can divide అయిపోయింది కదా. 1 cut, 2 pieces. ఈసారి ఇంకొక కట్టు ఇలా బ్రెడ్ సైడ్ తీసుకుంటాను. అప్పుడు ఇలా కదా వచ్చేది, ఇటు సైడ్ 2 ముక్కలు అవుతుంది కదా. అప్పుడు ఆల్రెడీ ఇక్కడ 2 పీసెస్ అయినాయి, ఇప్పుడు ఇలా అయింది. సో 1 2 3 4 మొత్తం 4 పీసెస్ వస్తాయి. అంటే ఇక్కడ ఒక కట్ తీసుకున్నానంటే ఇక్కడ ఇంకొక 2 పీసెస్ వస్తాయి. ఈ నెక్స్ట్ తీసుకునే కట్ వెర్టికల్ గా హాఫ్ చేస్తాను క్యూబ్ని. అప్పుడు కింద 4 పైన 4 వస్తాయి కదా. ఐ విల్ గెట్ అనదర్ 2. Then 2 into 2 into 2, the number of pieces I am getting is what? 8. So if there is a question, find the maximum number of identical pieces that a cube can be cut into by 3 cuts, your answer is not 4, your answer is 8. So now you have to understand this logic. When will I get minimum? When will I get maximum? ఇప్పుడు మనం డిస్కస్ చేసినట్టుగా ఒక క్యూబ్కి మీరు లెంత్, బ్రెడ్త్ అండ్ హైట్ కనుక డిఫైన్ చేసుకుని ఉంటే, If you take all 3 cuts along the same length, then you will be getting 4 pieces. That's not your interest. Your interest is generating a maximum. Then you divide the cuts equally 1, 1, 1. Because length, 1 cut will give you 2 pieces, 1 cut will give you 2 pieces, 1 cut will give you 2 pieces, 2 into 2 into 2, the maximum number of pieces is 8 pieces. Any given number of cuts, you have to ensure that you apply the cuts equally. Okay. Now let's understand these questions. Let's see the first question. Find the maximum number of identical pieces that a cube can be cut into by 6 cuts and each. Let us use length, breadth, height. 6 cuts in 2, 2, 2 and divide this. Because of 2 cuts, I'm getting 3 pieces. 2 cuts, I'm getting 3 pieces. 2 cuts, I'm getting 3 pieces. 3 into 3 into 3, 27 identical pieces is the answer. The cube can be cut into 27 identical pieces because of going for 6 cuts. Let us see the next question. Find the maximum number of identical pieces a cube can be cut into by 9 cuts. These are 9 cuts and ichcharu. Now, same logic kada. 9 and 3, 3, 3 and chuddam. This 4 pieces, 4 pieces, 4 pieces, 4 into 4 into 4 into 4, which is 64 maximum number of pieces. Okay. Excuse me. So you'll be having a maximum of 64 identical pieces. This is how you solve the problem, right? Let us go ahead right now to the next question. ఈ రెండు ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ లో నేను మీకు 6 కట్స్ ఇచ్చాను, 9 కట్స్ ఇచ్చాను. యాజ్ ఎ రిజల్ట్ యూ సాల్వ్ ద ప్రాబ్లమ్. ఈసారి నంబర్ మల్టిపుల్ ఆఫ్ 3 కాకపోతే ఏం చేయాలి? ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ 10 కట్స్ ఇచ్చారు అనుకుందాం. ఇఫ్ ఐ గివ్ యూ 10 కట్స్, వాట్ యూ నీడ్ టు డూ ఈస్ you just take first of all very closest multiple of 3, which is 3, 3, 3, 9 cuts. ఇది కాకుండా మన దగ్గర ఇంకెన్ని ఉన్నాయి? ఇంకా 1 cut ఉంది కదా. That 1 cut you apply along any face that you want, no problem, that doesn't make any difference. నా దగ్గర ఉన్న 10 cuts లో నేను ఆల్రెడీ 3, 3, 3, 9 పెట్టేసుకున్నాను. ఇంకా నా దగ్గర ఎన్ని మిగిలినాయి? 1 cut మిగిలింది. ఆ 1 cut ని I will apply on any one of these faces here. Okay, when I apply on any one of the faces, now these 4 cuts will give me 5 pieces, 3 cuts will give me 4 pieces, 3 cuts will give me 4 pieces. 5 4 are 20, 24 are 80, then maximum number of identical pieces is 80. ఇప్పుడు మీ అందరూ నన్ను క్వశ్చన్ అడగాలి. ఎర్లియర్ క్వశ్చన్కి ఈ క్వశ్చన్కి మీరు ఇప్పుడు 80 పీసెస్ చెప్పారు, ఇందాకేమో 64 పీసెస్ వచ్చింది కదా. ఈ రెండిట్లో డిఫరెన్స్ ఏమొస్తుంది? అందులో ఉండే ఒకే డిఫరెన్స్, ఇది లెంత్, ఇది బ్రెడ్త్, ఇది హైట్ అనుకోండి. ఎస్యూమ్ ద సైడ్ ఈస్ 20 సెంటీమీటర్. లెంత్ని 5 ముక్కలు చేశారు అంటే ఇప్పుడు న్యూ లెంత్ అయింది 4 పీసెస్. బ్రెడ్త్ 5 అయింది 5. హైట్ 4 పీసెస్ అయింది అంటే ఎంత వస్తుంది? ఈ సైడ్ 5 వస్తుంది. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఫామ్ అయిన న్యూ పీస్కి ఒకటి 4 యూనిట్స్, ఇంకొకటి తీసుకుంటే 5 యూనిట్స్, ఇంకోటి 5 యూనిట్స్. వచ్చే పీసెస్ అన్ని ఐడెంటికలే ఉంటాయి. బట్ ఆర్ దే క్యూబ్స్? నో, దే ఆర్ నాట్ క్యూబ్స్. బికాస్ లెంత్, బ్రెడ్త్ అండ్ హైట్ ఆల్ 3 ఆర్ నాట్ సేమ్, దే ఆర్ డిఫరెంట్. The resulting pieces are not cubes, they are cuboids. So henceforth remember, if the number of cuts you are applying is not unique across length and breadth and height, the resulting pieces are not cubes, they are rather cuboids. For example, tomorrow they gave you a question, find the maximum number of identical pieces a cube can be cut into by 8 cuts. Take LBH, nearest multiple of 8, multiple of 3 to 8, which is 6, 2, 2, 2. ఇంక ఎన్ని కట్స్ మిగిలిపోయినాయి మన దగ్గర? ఇంకా 2 కట్స్ మిగిలిపోయినాయి కదా. ఇఫ్ యూ అప్లై బోత్ 2 at one place, total 4 cuts, 5 pieces, 3 pieces, 3 pieces, 5 3s are 15, 15 3s are 45 identical pieces. ఈసారి ఇలా చేయకుండా 2, 2, 2 తీసుకోండి, మిగిలిపోయిన రెండింటిని +1 సెపరేట్ చేయండి. దెన్ లెట్స్ చెక్ ఇట్. 1 + 2 3 cuts 4 pieces, 1 + 2 3 cuts 4 pieces, 2 cuts 3 pieces, 4 4 are 16, 3s are 48. You get between these two highest number at 48. So if there is a question, find the maximum number of identical pieces a cube can be cut into By 8 cuts, your answer is 48. It is not 45. సో మీరు ఒకటి అర్థం చేసుకోండి, ఈ ప్రపంచంలో ఏ నెంబర్ అయినా మీరు 3 టాజ్ జోడింగ్ చేస్తే రిమైండర్ 0 వస్తుంది, రిమైండర్ 1 వస్తుంది, రిమైండర్ 2 వస్తుంది, రైట్? Will you get a remainder 4? 3? You will not get remainder 3, right? Remainder 3 is just comedy. You will only get 0 or 1 or 2. Getting 0 in the sense number is already ruled by 3. Already మనం 6 examples solve చేసాం, 9 examples solve చేసాం. Getting a remainder 1, I already explained you 10 cuts question. Getting a remainder 2, I already explained you this question right now with 8 cuts. 8 when divided by 3 giving you 2 remainder. So ఇకపైన ఎన్ని cuts ఉన్నా you are all ready to solve the problem. Is it okay? Can I go ahead? Yes. Let's see the next one. These are reverse operation. మనకి pieces ఇచ్చారు, cuts ఎన్నో చెప్పాలి. 125 pieces. అది నియరెస్ట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ క్యూబ్ అనుకోండి, రాసేయండి 5 5 5 5 రాసేయండి. 5 pieces రానికి 4 cuts ఉండాలి, 4 cuts ఉండాలి, 4 cuts ఉండాలి. 4 + 4 + 4 the number of cuts is 12. ఈ క్వశ్చన్ చాలా సింపుల్, ఎందుకంటే ఇట్స్ నియరెస్ట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ క్యూబ్. అసలు ఇందులో ఉన్న లాజిక్ ఏంది? మనకు ఒక నెంబర్ 16 ఇచ్చి someone asks you to write 16 as a product of 2 numbers. Sum of those numbers is to be minimum. ఆ నెంబర్ సమ్ మినిమం ఉండాలన్నాడు. 1 × 16, 2 × 8, 4 × 4. ఈ కేసులో సమ్ 17, ఈ కేసులో 10, ఈ కేసులో తీసుకుంటే 8. లోయెస్ట్ సమ్ 8 ఎప్పుడు వస్తుంది? when the numbers are close. There is a simple reason, we always keep numbers very close. Okay, you should ensure that the numbers are as close as possible. That's when you will get the lowest sum. ఎందుకు లోయెస్ట్ సమ్ ఉండాలి? మన క్వశ్చన్ ఏ మినిమం నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ కట్స్ కదా. The question itself is about minimum number of cuts, right? ఈ ప్రాబ్లంలో ఇంకో క్వశ్చన్ ఇచ్చారు. ఏమని ఇచ్చారు చూడండి క్వశ్చన్ ఇది. ఫైండ్ ద మినిమం నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ కట్స్ రిక్వైర్డ్ టు గెట్ 504 pieces. ఇంతకు ముందు ఉన్నటువంటి నెంబర్ 125 is a perfect cube. That's why you solve the problem. But 504 is not a perfect cube. ఇప్పుడు ఈ ప్రాబ్లం ఎలా సాల్వ్ చేస్తాం? ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ దీన్ని స్ప్లిట్ చేస్తాను నెంబర్స్ కింద. మనం అనుకున్న లాజిక్ ఏంది? It should be in the form of a into b into c where the numbers are very close. Divided by 4, 1 4, 10 2 4 6. Divided by another 4. Okay, divided by another, let's say any number here actually. Let's divide by 6 first of all. This is 21 into 6 into 4. Excellent. ఈ 21 ఏదో 7 into 3 అని రాసుకోవచ్చు కదా. ఇది ఒక 6 అని రాసుకోవచ్చు, ఇది ఒక 4 అని రాసుకోవచ్చు, రైట్? ఇది ఒక 7 into 3 అని రాసుకోవచ్చు, ఇది ఒక 6 అని రాసుకోవచ్చు, ఇది ఒక 4 అని రాసుకోవచ్చు. ఎనీథింగ్ ఎల్స్? గో ఫర్ మ్యాక్సిమం స్ప్లిటింగ్. 7 into 3, 3 into 2 into 4. ఇది చూస్తుంటే నాకు ఒక నెంబర్ ఐడియా వస్తుంది చూడండి. ఇది 7 అవుతుంది, ఇది 9 అవుతుంది, ఇది 8 అవుతుంది. 3 నెంబర్లు దగ్గరగా ఉన్నాయి కదా, 3 నెంబర్లు దగ్గరగా ఉన్నాయి కదా. ఇక్కడ 7 అవుతుంది, ఇది 9 అవుతుంది, ఇది 8 అవుతుంది. So I will take them as 7, 8 and 9 to get 7, 6 cuts, 7 cuts, 8 cuts. The number of cuts required 13 plus 8, 21. The lowest number of cuts required is 21. ఇలా చేయకుండా ఇక్కడ ఒక స్ప్లిటింగ్ వచ్చింది కదా, ఈ స్ప్లిటింగ్ దీన్ని ఎలా వదిలేసాం అనుకుందాం. If you leave the splitting like this, ఇక్కడ ఏ నెంబర్ వచ్చింది చూడండి, 21 6 4. 21 రావడానికి 20 cuts కావాలి, 5 cuts కావాలి, 3 cuts కావాలి. అప్పుడు ఎంత అవుతుంది? 28 cuts అవుతుంది. That's a maximum, right? So if you want to get a cutest number, small number, you should ensure that the numbers are very close. Any given number, it need not be consecutive numbers. ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ 7 8 9 అనేది మనకు లక్కీగా వచ్చింది. 7 8 9 ఉండాలనే గ్యారంటీ లేదు. ఇట్ కెన్ బి ఎనీ అదర్ నెంబర్స్, బట్ టు ద మాక్సిమం ఎక్స్టెంట్ ద నెంబర్స్ ఆర్ వెరీ క్లోజ్ టు ఈచ్ అదర్. టుమారో ఇఫ్ దర్ ఇస్ అ క్వశ్చన్ 80 ఇస్తే ఏం చేస్తాం మనం? 80ని 8 into 10 అని రాసుకుంటాము, 2 into 4, 2 into 5 రాసుకుంటాము, 2 2s are 4, 4 5. నెంబర్స్ చాలా క్లోజ్గా ఉన్నాయి కదా, 4 4 5 3 నెంబర్లు క్లోజ్గా ఉన్నాయి కదా. ఇది 3 cuts అవుతుంది, ఇది 3 cuts అవుతుంది, ఇది ఎన్ని cuts అవుతుంది? 4 cuts అవుతుంది. 3 + 3 6, 6 + 4 is 10. Am I clear? That's how we solve the questions. So my next problem lo, my next class lo, what we'll try to do is we will focus on cubes, cuttings, and then paintings. Okay. Still then, stay tuned. Wish you all the best. Thank you.